What's up YouTube, Capital G here talking OTS Tournament Pack 2, and this thing is looking pretty damn good if I say so myself. This is going to be the full breakdown and spoilers of this set. This was posted on YGOcard.com, so this is Konami's site obviously, and this is 100% official and legitimate. Now, I could not find on this page a hard release date for this set. I couldn't find it on YG Organization either, so I'm just gonna assume that it's effective immediately. And I've looked at this set, I think it's pretty good, especially when it comes to like the holographic cards. I think that there's some really solid picks, because you got to remember this set is supposed to be kind of revolving around the competitive meta, because you go to these tournaments, you know, you do well and then you get these packs. So these are supposed to be competitive cards. So some of the comments in here are actually decent. Some of them are kind of like random as fuck, but you know what, you'll mainly be shooting for some of these, like some of the more meta cards and stuff like that. Like you look at Temple of Skulls and you're like, huh, you know what I mean? You look at Skullbird and it's like a vanilla level 6 fusion with 1600, or excuse me, 1900 attack, and you're like, okay, that's not gonna make much of a difference in any deck. Infernity Archfiend is still limited, right? But there are some really good cards, like, you know, we see the Melody of the Awakening Dragon, and I literally just talked about this card in my last market watch. This card was sitting at like $20, so it's pretty damn expensive to anybody who wants to run Felgrand, to anybody who wants to run Chaos Max when that comes out, anybody who wants to run Blue Eyes right now. You were basically looking at $60 for picking up like a set of these, because it was only released in Crosshouls if I'm not mistaken, and it was only a super rare. So this is definitely a reprint that no one's going to be mad about. I mean, it literally just saves you, you know, this card might be, I don't know, $5 now. Like you literally just saved yourself 45 bucks by this card being in here. What else we got? We have a super rare version of the Prime Monarch. We obviously know how relevant Monarchs are, and I think any Monarch player is going to want to probably pick up 3 of these, because it is a common in the structure deck. But you know, like a super rare is just going to look so much better, and most Monarchs run 2 or 3 of these. It's going to be a staple and forever in the deck, you know what I mean, for the foreseeable future, until they just like absolutely nuke Monarchs into the ground. So this is another amazing card. Speaking of Monarchs, we got Mask of Restrict, a card that people definitely use against Monarchs. And the thing is, Mask of Restrict did have some common printings, but you got to remember the ultra rare is all the way back from Labyrinth from Nightmare. That's one of the sets from the original series, so you know that is super hard to get. And a lot of the versions of Mask of Restrict are like really messed up, because they're, you know, 15-year-old cards almost. So a super rare Mask of Restrict is definitely good. Got to fight those Monarchs. Super rare System Down. I know that this came out as an ultimate. If I was just gonna say, if I was gonna take a wild guess as what set this card came out in, I would just say probably Cybernetic Revolution. No, not Cybernetic Revolution. Yeah, Cybernetic Revolution. The set that had Cyber Dragon. If I was just going to take a guess, because I'm pretty sure this is a GX card, and I know it came in Ultimate, but this card's still really good. A lot of people still sided against Cosmos. Take out Dark Destroyer, take out Dark Eclipser, Forerunner, you know, stuff like that. You can take it out easily. Another good card. Super Quantum Blue Later is not as relevant as this would have been like maybe 3 months ago, but it's still not a bad pick. I think the anything Phantom Knights related is going to be a good pick. You've got Ragged Gloves here. That's a super rare. You guys know how big PK Fire is, so a lot of people are going to be looking to pick that up. And then Mithra, the Thunder Vassal. This one's not bad. Actually, Admasu played, I believe he actually played 3 of this in his build of Monarchs. He ended up getting what's it called? I think 3rd place at Nationals this year, and he played 3 of these, and then basically he just like the tribute all day. I played 1 in my regional variants. I think it's a pretty good card. I wouldn't run more than 1 of it though, you know, and even that is, it's not like necessary or anything like that. We got a Fiendish Rhino Warrior. That's pretty cool too. This is a card that a lot of pure Burning Abyss run. I think that people realize that like PK Fire is probably a better version, but if PK Fire or the Phantom Knight cards somehow get hit, then people might go back to running Burning Abyss, or if Burning Abyss themselves get hit, maybe if they lose like a copy of Seer or something like that, people will definitely, you know, have to run like 3 of these in their deck, because some people don't run it at all. It's still a really good card, and I think it came out of Breaker of Shadows as a rare. They could have definitely made this card a super. It's really good. Then Gameciel. This one is so needed. A lot of people love Gameciel. It's like a $5 card for a kaiju. Now we can basically probably spend around the same amount and get like a hollow version, and considering that kaijus are TCG exclusives, they're going to be relevant for a very long time. Then we have the ultimate rares. We got Fall King, Karaz, and Raigeki. These kind of all are like, you know, good cards and Monarchs. Karaz was actually very expensive when the Monarch hype train kind of started. And I haven't looked at the price recently, but with Monarchs winning Nationals and kind of having a lot of the, you know, 1/3 of the top 64 essentially, I'm going to assume that Karaz is still a fairly, you know, pricey card. So an ultimate rare is definitely going to be kind of cool. And Fall King, this one isn't as relevant as much. It's really good in the Monarch Mirror Match, but some people are playing different cards in the Monarch Mirror Match. You know, also there's the extra deck Monarchs. This doesn't really hurt that deck. This card was at one point back in like February, like $20. I picked up 3, played the deck out regionals, went ahead and just sold them because I was like, I really don't need the Fall Kings if I'm not going to play Monarchs anymore. So this card is still pretty good. It's just with the extra deck Monarchs running around, it's not as relevant as it was. And it was already a super and an ultra, if I'm not mistaken. And then lastly, we have Raigeki, a card that's going to be relevant for the foreseeable future out the domain locks. You know what I mean? If you're running like a deck that can rank 4, go into rank 4, and then Raigeki, your opponent, go into that Dweller, lock them out of stuff. So what do you guys think of this set? Overall, I think that it is really good. I'm shocked that Melody of the Awakening Dragon is like a common in here. I mean, they easily could have made this like an ultimate rare and nobody would have, you know, had a second thought just because like the card is in super high demand. I think that the ultimates are good picks. I think the supers are good picks as well. You know what I mean? And maybe outside of the ninja stuff being in here, like this definitely took up 2 spots that could have been like, you know, Swap Frog or something like that or something better. But yeah, outside of the ninja stuff, I think that it's pretty good. So let me know what you guys think. I'd probably buy a lot of this on like the secondary market if you're looking to get these cards. Thank you guys for watching as always.